Hey, hey, hey. God morning, God morning, God morning to your Facebook Live. God morning, God morning. Mac and KD coming at you. God bless you. That's me. I don't know what time it is. I've been up since about 3, 4, getting it in. Spiritual, connecting with God, listening to what's being told, what's being said, trying to have a listening ear. First, I'm giving glory to God for health, which is wealth. I am here. I am here. We are here. Look, a lot of stuff going on. T. Grags, happy birthday, young King Mansa Musa. Yusef has had a birthday today, the day of his birth. That's fantastic. T. Grags, the Berkeley High crew. You know, man, T. Grags, that was a good, I put the picture up. That Berkeley High shot, man, it makes me think of, it brings me great joy, but then it brings me, I don't even call it sadness, because I understand that depression for people is necessary in order for them to gain God. Now, those that don't have God, depression is just a thing where you will keep trying to bring yourself out of it with some old, you're going to hit a lick, you're going to do something, work, job, man-related worldly things, and that's not what brings people out of what they call depression. Because you would have to know elation and joy and all this thing. If you didn't know depression, you couldn't know elation and joy. But the depression is what, hey, Mel, what's going on, baby? Mel, young Mel. Depression is that reminder that God has to tell you that, take your mind off all that foolishness you're dealing with and look at the stars, the moon, the skies, the wind. You know what I mean? I see a lot of posts, man, and hold on, I just got to give me a beat. I don't like to fool with too much music anymore on my videos, which I know I could do. I have my own music, but I see that YouTube, because I have been asking people to subscribe to my YouTube page. YouTube is coming at me with every kind of contractual. Well, someone has a copyright this, you can use it. They're coming at me like they paying me, and I'm like, hey. So you know me, but I still got to have it. I'm connected to the God spirit.
Live like tomorrow, promise. Doing dumb shit and dying young. I look at my mama.
I just needed a little something, because me, I know everybody out here getting it. They living and striving. They hitting the roads early. They walking, they driving. They catching the bus, man. They making it fit. But everything in the game is straight legit. I hear people tell me, KD, you always fighting. I look at them and say, you're damn right in, because real Jesus, I tell you, because I'm a Mac, and real Jesus always is under attack. Whether it be from the cars, whether it be from the dentist, whether it be from HR Block, they just a menace. See, I can keep on going and going and going. And that's what I'm talking about when you people say, I see a lot of posts saying, keep your peace at all costs. It's just like doing these YouTube videos. I need to monetize things and get money, but I'll be damned if I'm going to be doing 2 and 3 minute clips for you short attention span having ass people. Man, the people that subscribe, that I've been watching, the subscribers coming to my YouTube channel, it'd be kids. It'd be like youngsters. People our age, I put up long ones. It's just like when people do YouTube videos or whatever they're doing when I support them. I don't have to listen to the whole thing. I kind of get the gist of what they're saying on some things and forward it, see what's happening, see if it does something to my spirit, and I roll on. I don't understand people who are still, you have watched grandparents, you've watched great-grandparents, and I'm going down to the school board. They sent me a letter. I don't agree with it, so let's get back in there. I was slated to go back to work. But no, there's some things I'm just not going to stand for. And, a lot of you, yeah, they lied on me. Yeah, they did this. And you just move on and you keep coming back to that same depression because you never stand and fight. And then as people, and not just black people, we're watching things, man. People are getting their eyes gouged out. Did you just see where the sheriff in South Carolina, back in the day, 73 years ago, he gouged a man's eyes out because that's what you're under. All of you people are under the threat of the police being called on you if you tell the truth. That's the real Jesus life. I mean, basically, you stand and someone will threaten you with the law. So you move on taking that whooping. I don't care what color you are. You whooped. You're whooped in your mind. You could be other. You could be other, and you're constantly whooped, never feeling your godly glory. Sure, you feel good. Sure, you go on vacation. Sure, you eat good food. Sure, you're going to the gym. Sure, you're doing all that. And sure, you're just whooped. And when you die, you will get the whooped person's reward. It is the only premise of the Jesus thing. So when people keep going, keep your peace at all costs, what the hell is keep your peace? Make some dough and just go kick it in my hotel room or get, what is keep your peace? Fighting is my peace. I have seen enough bullshit against other people, men, women, and children, where I realize, though, it's not really the dentist, but if I don't sweat 5 people in a row for 7 or 8 days, and then call up corporate and sweat them, and then sweat the people to where they know my name, good morning, good morning, good morning, a week and a half, hell, I will not get service, or a person will not get service. Now, if I'm a person with paperwork, probation, parole, no God, I don't have any mechanism to control, my thoughts and emotions, people will go off. And people have been going off. And then people, historically, do not look back at those who have done things to others. I have been one to watch people as they go along, and then I watch them when they do something against someone. I watch how their lives change. I just like, wow. And I'm really amazed at people who just let things slide, like you're going on to something bigger, better, and it's just there's going to be a finality for you. Like, if I just keep going on my goal and not worry about what happened to this guy over here or that girl over there or this person here or what's going on here, I'm going to reach a goal and everything's going to be like, bow. And then you're going to be like Forrest Whitaker in the movie. I guarantee you, Disciples for Defense or Deacons for Defense. Put your head in your wife's lap if you're a man, and you're going to say, all my life I've been housed. And I don't care what color you are, you're going to see it, you can look, you can pretend. It's a cold game. But as I see all these innuendos and all these little sayings, and, it's just like, somebody told me, hit me and just say, man, you got to patent God morning, God morning, God morning, patent it. Wow. Is that where I'm at? Where I can't share freely what's been given to me. And I'm always looking for a lick. So if I'm always looking for a lick, that means I'm always planning and trying to route something into a system of man. How could that be of God? God doesn't fit me into a man system. So my fight is natural. You call it keep your peace. My peace is fighting because I know that is my role. That's why I am in fighting shape. If I always kick back, I would have to go to gyms and get up and do hours of exercise or this or that. No, I am in fighting shape naturally because I fight all the time. I mean, it's a fight for health inside of one's bodies. Your red blood cells have to conquer your white blood cells for you to be healthy. So I understand the grind of life, and I'm not trying to be high. Because if you're trying to be happy and peaceful all the time, you're trying to be high. Get you some dope and try to do some Charlie Sheen shit and see if you can figure it out. See if you could pull it off. Charlie Sheen tried it, and many before him have. You know what I mean? You could do. You could be hitting them. You could be trying to do it all. Try and see what happens. I guarantee, like Justin P. Wilson, remember old boy from Louisiana. But yeah, just having these talks and just looking at what people are saying and calling on the phones and what they're not doing for other people and not backing. That's why I put stuff up live on YouTube. I put live stuff on YouTube that you go through so you can see. See, I'm not on probation or parole. I don't have paperwork. I am not scared of the world and its foolishness because I know that's what it is. Even when I'm dealing one-on-one, I've taught so many lessons. But in teaching lessons to people, and when I say teaching lessons, if you don't get the phone calls, if you don't get word from God, if you don't get it some kind of way, everywhere I have had people call the police on me, the employees, the people come back later, we are friends now, they say, wow, Mr. Davis, wow, I learned something. You taught me something. Yeah, and I had to sacrifice self. I really did. I had to put my body on the line, like Jane Fonda has learned. You know, you got to put your body on the line in order for God to do the business. It ain't for me. I still didn't get the money. I still didn't get this. I'm still having to write another letter because I don't agree. But that is the real Jesus grind. You must stay the course. If you're called. If you ain't called, do what you do. Eat, sleep, boo-boo. I hope you boo-boo float. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's things that'll tell you about health. There's a lot of things I'm not going to do. I don't care what the world says. I mean, Minister Farrakhan, before that, even before that, man, Elijah Muhammad, different people was telling you what not to do. And I'm not even in the nation. I'm not a member of the nation that way. I'm in the nation. I'm in the nation of Africa. That's what this whole world is. But the bottom line is the same things people are talking about. New and innovative, creative things have been handed down way back before. Way back before. And I don't know why you guys aren't sharing these Negro stories of where somebody could just gouge your eyes out. Big C, Cecil Anderson put one up today, South Carolina. Look at the weather now. Look at Mississippi. I'm talking about all these places where I told you this dispensation of time. I have been telling you guys this. I've been on Facebook, since 2010? And I'll be damned. I'm going to go back through because I ain't heard nobody else but myself saying it. I heard Minister Farrakhan saying it. I heard yourself saying it. I've been telling you, watch the weather. Watch Virginia. Look at what Virginia is doing in a democratic state and what they're trying to do politically. And then look at the weather around these places, South Carolina, Mississippi. I mean, unheard of stuff. But you haven't heard one peep from administration about the people in the state of the country, the weather patterns all over, just people who's suffering, what losses, where is it? It's a cold game, man. It's a cold game. But spiritually, all I ask you to do is when you have a chance to just simply electronically hit a button or send an email, do it. I don't spend no whole bunch of time. I'm a dinosaur on this thing, but when somebody tell me, hey, my kid got, Keith, can you do? Ain't no problem. I got you. And then we go back and check. Hey, how was that situation over there? If you ain't doing that, what are you really doing? And then you're getting on here talking about political stuff, and you're not even backing a child whose parent told you their child was being bullied. You haven't even tried to even have a conversation with the school police officer. And I just be like, wow, man. I just want to share that with you because I see it. I'm going to go before people and they're going to go, well, look at this, look at this, look at this. You're always fighting. You're always fighting. Hell yeah. Muhammad, yeah, man, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali. People have evolved all the way to young Floyd Money Mayweather, 52, 53-0. You got to keep fighting. That's the only way you build your winning record. And I'm going to be fighting. I don't care if you back me or not. I don't care if you subscribe or not. That's your business. But do gain God. Gain that righteousness that will help you do something. Because I don't know. If you're not going to be the one you're going to tell a homeless person to get a job, why not? If you're not a hater, why not empower someone who's just simply asking you to do something simple to get the money to feed the homeless? Because that's because you think you want to be a regulator. A person should be doing this. A person should be doing that. You don't know what people do. You don't know what people do. But the key is, if people don't know what you do, shit, you're worthless to God. You're worthless. The God in you is worthless. In teaching a universal lesson. Not in what's in front of you, if you're really doing what's in front of you. So many people play church, they think they're doing what's in front of them, and it's okay. Shit, I could be thinking I'm doing what I'm doing. Just smiles and people thanking me of different nationalities. I never thought of it that way. I haven't spoken to my son in 50 years. Yada, yada. 8 million stories in the naked city. Maybe all those people are lying to me, and it's okay. Because my God spirit tells me to keep pushing forward, Katie. Keep pushing forward. I know you think you want to do these things for people and get money and go out here and do this. But I watch as I started doing these YouTube videos and uploading them for people to subscribe. I watch when I started just talking about doing some little entertainment things, stand up. I look at all these attacks and how they come. And it is amazing. It's really teaching me that I don't know where my goal is going. I got people offering to buy me church buildings and do things, and they're seeing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna this day right here. I'm gonna ask you to put up some prayer, and if somebody has asked you to join a cause, and especially if there's a cause that has been underlined, do you see that 50 Cent or whoever produced? I just happened to. What's weird is I turned on my DVD player because I never watch TV. And I swear to you, 50 Cent show, I think it's 50 Cent show, where this guy is unfairly locked up in jail. And he becomes a lawyer, and he's getting other people out. And I sat there and I watched it a little bit because my man Calvin Shepard called me with a concern last night. Cal, I'm going to hit you, man. I don't even know what went on, but I was pissed last night. And then that thing came on. And I'm going to tell you, God had me watch that, and it's the very fiber I deal with every day, because I always talk to you guys about how can a person be innocent, incarcerated. People just forgot about him. Forgot about him. Our people, our folks we claim we love. Our folks we claim we love. And then we know the hoops that are got up. And you always just want people, why don't he just be quiet and do this? Why don't he just do this? Because you don't see the shit that he's going through. Can't you see, said the blind man? I realize why these young people of all nationalities are going crazy. Because the punk-ass adults, and I got to call it what it is, you punk-ass adults have been so forwardly moving to have your lawns and your new furniture and everything that you've forgotten about the people. You've forgotten the little ones. Hey, Big Ted, what's going on, baby? We've forgotten the little ones. And that's why a lot of you, I'm going to keep doing someone told me, monetarily wise, do shorter videos. Hell no, I don't need no shorter videos. Yo ass got to sit down and listen. Go listen to short video shit and see how it's been working for you. See, because fighting's been working for me. Is everybody talking about peace, peace, peace? Yeah, fighting is peace for me, because I can't let no bullshit slide. So, you know what I mean? I ain't tripping. You go right ahead. I've been hearing police gonna kill me. I've been hearing I'm gonna have a heart attack because I'm high strung. Well, shit, I ain't had one. I ain't fat. I ain't obese. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna put fat and obese in it, because you know why? There are some people who are in fighting shape for life. They in fighting shape for their family, and now they in fighting shape coming back. And you know, the outside may not look at what the inside is doing, so I don't want to rank it. But let's apply it just like to racism, to punk-ass racism. You know if you're racist, and you know if every time you see something black, you feel a little different than when you see something white, Asian, Mexican, Chinese, all that. Well, that's you to work on the real Jesus in you. See, God gives it to me, because I'm fighting a system that's so hard. Let me explain it to you. When you a dude that's fighting a system, I fight a whole damn system. God keeps my daily I get to pay 2, maybe 3 bills with my job that I work at an elementary school. I can pay 2 or 3 bills with that check. God keeps me getting teenager money in order to enact a universe of people. See, little people. And I was going, Lord, every time I talk to adults, they get, I know the adults will pay me. Everybody want to get with KD. God say, man, do what I got you doing. It's like I tell people, go back to, you could be financially, your ex-wife is able to move about and do things, and I don't need to go back in that courthouse. See, we went in that courthouse. I think my ex-wife and I, we went in there, we went in there, and then I saw the madness of that shit, that slave-based shit, trying to tell me something about my children, and I think we all learned a lesson. And I think my ex-wife and my family learned what they already knew. This motherfucker over here is stupid behind his children. I'm stupid behind my friends. Ain't no police or judges or none of you brothers holding grudges. Because all that shit is low budget. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that. That's out the window. So in standing, I know how to tell others to stand, but I can only tell them it was the stupidity in my belief in God. A man's common sense would not have him stand in front of a judge, a man with a robe who don't like your ass, who don't like what you stand for, who don't do nothing, and you just stand there and say straight up, you know, no disrespect, Your Honor, for some reason God has given you authority in my life, but I tell you in the name of real Jesus, Mac Jesus, them kids ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, I didn't say Mac Jesus in court. I said in the name of real Jesus. Those kids aren't going anywhere. And that's it, that's all. Now, you can get under threat. Just like now, I tell you guys, when somebody's just faulty and you say something to them in a business and they want to call the police, well, see, I'm the type of dude, I wait for the police. And then nobody's going to show up and tell me to be quiet. How you doing, D. Hampton? What's going on, baby? And there's just certain things out of respect. And I don't get into an argument. I just tell a young fella, I use names. If I see a police officer and he pulls up and he's like 38, 32, hey there, how you doing, officer? You know, what's going on, young fella? Everything all right with you? And, you know, you could start trying to be professional. Well, sir, man, are you talking about a tail light? Because that's about all that we could be talking about. Or you talking about this person? Well, you know what I mean? If you're going to pull up, you better arrest this racist criminal, because I paid them for a service they didn't provide. And that's basically what all these fights are about. And if you keep on taking the Jim Crow, nigga, get out my face, I don't give a fuck if you paid me. See, I cuss like that to let you know, because that's seriously about where it is. You know, they're telling you, move on, sir. You've been done wrong. Move on, sir. You're causing a disturbance. No, because I am not agreeing with you, I am causing a disturbance. I just showed you at HR Block. I just showed you. And don't think that wasn't like the 15th time I went in there after talking to them cordial and hearing their lies, and then you keep going back and hearing lies and lies and lies and lies. It's still. I got some folks waiting on their money right now. But see, HR Block, I don't want HR Block to settle with me and say, well, Mr. Davis, in this case, we're going to give you your money back. No, you need to give me my money back. You need to give me what it cost me. I got to add in not being able to go to Troy Grash, BHS legend thing down in Chevy. You see what I mean? And then when I apply it back to us as people, why we don't have land, crops, and you don't have the backing of your own goddamn folks, is because of shit like that at HR Block. And the dentist before that. And Mr. Raylick, the top Benz dude. Then you got to go back and forth to Florida. And everybody's learning a lesson off of me, but not giving me what I went there for, right? So when I go inward, what is that? There's no other life that describes that but real Jesus. But real Jesus. Because they are getting tired. I see them. They're older. They're sickly. They've done me, but they're coming to me for strength now. Spiritually. Years. I'm right back in dealing with a school district who I had to deal with before. People told me, oh, on many a days, when I saw you with your kids coming, on many a days when I didn't want to do this job, Mr. Davis, I saw you with those 5 babies, and you inspired me. Yet, 3 years later, you're writing a letter talking about, have I had a mental health checkup? Because I'm telling you that you, like George Washington right now to me, you are considered a great man by your people, yet you're a slave owner. That was the demise of what they called a love affair. You know why? Because I decided to just simply tell you the truth. So, as we go on with these YouTube channels and all this stuff, they're in there in the archives. I'm not really tripping. You guys, if you're going to subscribe, get the thing going. Come with your nonprofit ideas. That kind of money you can have and do whatever the hell you want to do. I mean, I just don't know. I try to tell people, I had calls, anybody needed a nice, beautiful desk, chairs, just furniture, just stuff. Nobody calls. And then when you call I call people and they always got something and then they don't have it. Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting ready to go. And what I'm saying is this. All you people that are doing the Bobby McFerrin, don't worry, be happy. Maybe today, take a day off in peace or something. You got to get your peace. But trust me, it ain't going to work like that. It ain't working like that. Check out Mississippi. Check out the areas, man. People are flooding. South Carolinas, all these places, you're looking at the dirt coming up that they've done prior. And you're looking at people who are still looking at people as the enemy. Cold game, but somebody got to play it. And always remember, you can look at that stuff John Gotti never got away with. 5-year run ain't cool. A 5-year run ain't cool. And a lot of people are still living on a 5-year run or whatever you did or this or that. Hey, you'll fight. The reason you will get cancer, the reason you will get sick, the reason you will get a lot of these things is the food is set up by design, for one thing, and then we aren't going back to our old ways of being who we are. We got to be on our feet. You got to be fighting. You got to be rolling. You got to be rolling. It's just like Miss Fuller told me back in the day, and Miss Fuller is a beautiful woman who happens to be white. I don't even think Miss Fuller's white. Miss Fuller's just godly. Miss Fuller say, Keith, you guys haven't went out there and got your HIV test. I was like, nobody need no HIV test, Miss Fuller. Oh, yeah, you do. I hear things. I hear out in the streets, you're a player. Man, Miss Fuller wasn't no joke. You understand what I'm saying? You got people like that that's always in your ear back in the day. Shit, you can't lose. God bless you and keep you, folks. Go out there and knock it out. D-Hemp, I just was thinking, man, I was thinking of that little kid, 12 gauge. He just be popping up all in my head all the time. D-Hemp, you planted that seed. Because I know you know this, Daryl Hemp. You, yeah, I'm glad you, hey, I was praying for you down there, man, your crops and just, you know, because Eric Williams' mom, you know, they're from Arkansas, and just different places, man. My memory is so phenomenal. I don't even know what to do. But see, D-Hemp, I missed this thing. T. Graggs invited me to this thing where, you know, my God brothers, David, Mike Wilder, Brian Quinn, you know, Jeff Ransom, my teammates, all the boys, Shelton, Bruce Shelton, all Kenny Harris, you know what I mean? And doing battle with these people to do me wrong cost me going to that function. See, all these things cost us as a people. And we've been so used to putting up with stuff. And y'all gonna be, people gonna be on here because I'm gonna get at HR on the block so tough. I'm going to keep getting at them so tough after they give me my money that they didn't even need to get no money from. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get at them. And people going to be, oh, yeah, that be you. Because you didn't get to go. You don't know those brothers sitting at that table. You don't know Troy Graggs. You don't know Kenny Harris. You don't know Kenny Epps. You know, you don't know Shelton. You don't know Tim Litzy. You didn't know none of them cats to be sitting there and tell me about what I should fight for. Because when somebody makes me miss out on a once-in-a-lifetime red carpet event, our first black president type thing, because those things are on par with all that and beyond it, because it encompasses real folks. Care about no regulars coming together 600,000 because, you know, you're celebrating some president you don't know. I'm talking about my village and big business raping me, stopping me from doing what I needed to do to be with my folks at that time. What if one of those men passed and I didn't get to say goodbye? How much is it worth to you? I know it ain't worth nothing to you because all you do is that keep on rolling foolishness. Let's roll, let's roll. But you got to. Until you gain God, you won't be able to back off like me. I got to back off until this job that I need. Hold on. Katie ain't biting on that. And I can simply say it really. I don't care about no court cases or nothing. I come with a nation. Now, how many will do something? I don't know. But see, I speak what God is going to have do in my life. I come with a nation. And when you know, I have shown you that there's a pattern of this coming from a system, you better side with the real Jesus, or else, hey, like I tell them, I don't trip. My job is not high pressure like yours because it's high pressure. It's even more pressure because I deal with the little people. See, high pressure is because you will lose your, hey, Big Tim, what's going on, baby? Man, Tim, I was just thinking that at the BI posted Troy Graggs thing, man. I say the next one, got to get Tim and I. We got to, you know what I mean? There's some things we gonna hoorah because there's some lessons. Teddy Bell got to be there. I'm just thinking of the Berkeley. Darius Young, you know, all of us, we got a Berkeley connection. That's why, like I say, man, I want you guys to subscribe to this YouTube page. Subscribe to my Mac and KD YouTube page. Just hit subscription. Tell your friends to hit it. Man, let me get this dough, man, so I can throw a couple of those type sets a week. Because that's all it'll be for. All right, man. I can keep on barely getting my rent paid. It's only been 10 years barely getting the rent paid with the kids. I ain't tripping. But let's do this, man. I mean, and we can do this all the time. And my thing is only for you guys, you know, for getting in traffic, because I ain't never in no traffic. And I think about that for all my folks. I try to think about an area where everybody can come, where there's no traffic. Hey, I didn't forget, Tim, I knew about it, but see, these people that held up my money, man, I ain't going to even worry about it. I've been so broke that I just look over my expanse estate and just go walk my dog and train him and take my daughter to do what I do, man. You know, make me a pot of beans. And the God game is good. But you know, folks, I tell you guys, even as couples, I think what really makes me work and I'm able to do a lot of things is because I don't have a mate. And you guys that have mates, I think nowadays you got to start, I know with your peace, you probably got a thing where you got a piece, you want to go to the hotels and do things. I don't know, somehow we got to get a husband-wife team going, man, so we can fix it for these people, man. It's a lot of stresses they putting people on as strong as us. They're putting, you know, businesses are ripping them off and telling them to get the hell out of here. There's a lot of that going on. That's why I say God had me see that. I don't watch regular TV, man. He had me see that guy. I think it's 50 Cent show called Lifer or something. And this guy is locked up unfairly. And you guys know I've been talking about this all my life. At Byron Boys Ranch, I used to argue for my folks to be able to make phone calls. Man, you know, let them make a phone call home before they run up out of here. That ain't what we doing. You know? But I mean, hey, that's what we do, man. Hey, I love you guys, man. And, man, we got to love each other. I don't trip, man. Sometimes I got to, and you people that be sitting there, I fight the battles myself. And I'm going to keep reminding you, man, peace is fighting for me. I am at peace fighting. You could say some people have heart attacks, this or that, man. I don't take no pills. I took some pills. Hey, if I could get on the dots, Tim, I don't, you know, Tim, I think it's such a trip, man. When you say that, every time someone puts me in an arena where I got to deal with folks who have dealt with racism, and there's people who are scared to speak against it or don't do it, or I got to be around white folks who didn't grow up like I did around great white folks, I kind of back off from it because it will be a fight. You know, I find it all the time. There's always some kind of tension for other folks. Because when I'm around cops, I got to talk about cops shit and cops killing brothers and innocent brothers. I don't talk about no goddamn police in the neighborhood great unless somebody says something and I say, yeah, okay, by the way, I do know a great cop. I know some great cops. Let me name them. But when I talk to these people, see, my whole agenda is God business, and I know God business is back to exalting the Negro. So there's no way I can be around those kind of entities without reproving them because they don't understand what is coming. You know, they can't see around the world. They can't see Mississippi flooding dealing with the reason Mississippi is flooding is because Emmett Till. The reason is because you're still doing it. The reason is because you're still doing it. You're still doing it. The reason is because a person can wear dreadlocks. You want a black kid, he can't wear dreadlocks. A white kid can wear a man bun. You know what I mean? They can do all this. But yet, if a black boy want to wear a dress, then what? These are the things I am talking about, and it has nothing to do with sexual preference or nothing. It has something to do with godly unbalancing of the scales. Mathematics, M-A-A-T, M-A-T-H, however you want to do the balancing of the scales. The balancing of the scales make me think of the Statue of Liberty, the ugly Statue of Liberty. The one that France sent over here was the beautiful, voluptuous sister with the chains broken off her neck, which was cool too, but it should have been a dude. The Statue of Liberty should have been a dude, period, because you're out of God's order. And as long as you keep on doing that, and I don't care how you look at it, you can crown, and I understand it, because the knowing no God is the mother of earth. And he puts the man to protect the mother of earth, the woman. That is the order, not to be. But see, when a hater, the women who have been married to a strong man love to be ridden herd on when it's time to be ridden herd on, which is all the time. That's how they do. But the man who is with a great woman, and you could say what you want to say, and I know for a fact, the man who is with a great woman respects the fact that his woman lets him be the man. You understand what I'm saying? The man is totally on top of that. But he has a great woman who's allowed him to be the man, to be the king. If you don't have that, save your bullshit. Save your bullshit. I don't need it. Your kids probably didn't come out right to change the planet, blah, blah, blah. Everybody loves the little ones. I love little ones that act up and act a fool because they're little people. I even love big people that act a fool if we can deal in truth. But I can't deal with big people who lie all the time, and it's just a trip. I don't know, Tim. Like I say, my man, I don't even know. It's just today. Something told me to get up and talk today because I got, like I tell you, man, people, the comedy stuff, the YouTube page, I could do gospel rap. I could see this stuff, man. The church could use some real game, and I know these cats don't know what I know. I mean, I could just take some raw beat and put God words to it and talk about losing your virginity. I mean, there's just 1,000 things I could think of that I could talk about. And our kids, let me tell you, guard the spirit of your kids. Don't just post pictures of them looking good and rolling. Guard their spirit. I don't care, man. My kids look at me. I'm at war with my kids because I try to, every time, Dad, here you come. That's right, I'm going to interject something because the world is telling you some shit it don't know nothing about. I don't care about no jingles, no remade jingles. Shit, it was Krispy Kreme. It was Winchell's. Hey, Frank Brown, what's going on, baby? Valerie Stringer. You know what I mean? You got to talk to your kids about real stuff. And just like I said, real stuff to me is, why can't a black boy wear dreadlocks in school, but he can wear a dress? Let's discuss it. Oh, not now, Mr. Davis. Wow. Okay. Interesting. But just like I said, don't rank my shit. I'm ready to fight. H&R Block owe me money. Guess what? H&R Block owe me no more money because I missed T. Gragg's big event. You know. Hey, Tim, you are a rare talent. Bruh, we all are. But see, they don't want me to get on here and talk about these things, man. I watch YouTube. I watch Facebook. Man, Facebook is hitting me with all kinds of stuff. They ain't doing it publicly or banning me because it's a gang of folks watching me all over the world, right? People are hitting me on my phone. I don't trip. But they're coming with, this is against our community standards type shit. You know, and I'm like, wow. Because I said everything reminds me of slavery. Like I said, I don't care if it's, everything reminds me of slavery. Everything. Everything. Because I'm seeing it for what it is. That's what real Jesus does. He sees it for what it is. And I will render what is, when a stripper fall 15 feet from a pole, I ain't got shit to say except it's time that you should have been stopped stripping. That shit's old. After they talking about bringing the Atlanta Freaknik back. Now they're going to bring this back and that back. Well, last time I looked on TV, the HIV rate and these little new drugs that make you undetectable, why they going to bring a Freaknik back, Atlanta? And I heard, you know, this is, hold on. I don't know what you want me to call it. If I say Atlanta, you know what I mean? And from what I'm hearing from folks, it's the biggest, it's what they call it, I would call it, they got a big male sissy population. All right. Now, have we gone to where we're touchy enough to where sissy is the same as calling somebody a faggot? Somebody give me a thumbs up or do something, or a thumbs down. Is that what this world is about now? You know what I mean? People are taking offense to who they're trying to be. See, I take offense to being called nigga. Unless it's just some youngster or some cool doctor, lawyer, judge, you know what I mean? And it could, yeah, I'm saying, yeah. I had a partner, Driscoll, young Dris. White Driscoll, we call each other all I never called Driscoll whitey, honky, none of that. Driscoll never said nigga to me. You understand me? KD, I was KD and he was Big Driscoll. And he was a youngster to me because he was Renew at them age, and Eric Williams, you know, well, you know, them are younger partners. But see, there's people who differentiate, and I don't expect white America to be like Driscoll, because Driscoll was a raw motherfucker. You know what I mean? He was a youngster, young big linebacker. You know, and we were alike in a lot of ways. His ass was way crazier than me, but we were alike. And, you know, when he passed on, he had just flipped him up. Old Benz. That's why I went and got me an old Benz. I got me an old white Benz in honor of my boy. And, you know, just hanging out and doing certain things. And he wasn't my partner like Tim and David and Mike Wilder, because he, like I said, he was the young big redhead. He's Bill Driscoll's brother. And man, I think it's Ken, one of the first police officers, the slim redhead in Richmond PD, the Driscoll family. Great family. Great family. You know what I mean? Cats that really took care of us. Yeah. Yeah. So, I say these things to say, man, we got to look at what's going on out here. Stay the course. Look out for one another. We got to look out for one another. And we must fight, man. Don't rank people who stand. If you don't stand, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how many more trips. Yeah, we need another Black Panther Party, not scary ones either. Yeah, Rashawn, but that's what I talk about on these things. Like people, I have a lot of professional people, and I try not to go, and I realize I got to just do what I do. I got to put these YouTube lives out here, and this Facebook live if it's an hour, it's an hour. I'm gonna start doing them from 3 in the morning, maybe till 6. To talk to some people around the country, because I got people that are like, wow, man, it's really powerful. But I know if somebody gets to talking like me down in Alabama or certain little counties in South Carolina, they'll get their wigs split back, you know, without any recourse, because they don't have anybody. That stuff's not going to happen down there with Face and them, you know, down in Texas. And, you know, only a few select groups. But see, those folks move underground. And I want a above ground movement. I know where the cats are. I know the money cats and the hitters. You know, you got them Jay Princes, and you got cats out there who really, you know, Tony Draper, and you know, the cats that's real in the rap game and the money game now. They ain't even in the rap game no more. These cats is in the money game. But see, we don't even have to be in the money game. And that's where I don't want to be, because I don't hobnob with racists. And that's why when people used to invite me, and David, Mike, and Shooty, hey, y'all know, man, we lived on Blake Street. Erica, John Barry, you know, y'all all, man, they was going to play golf, and KD, come play some golf. I'd be like, that's an old white man game. I still ain't played no golf. My boy Jay Randall, you'll love it, KD. Yeah, I'm going to love it. I'm 58. I love it when I'm 70, maybe, if I ain't doing battle against racism. Because I'd rather battle racism than golf. That's for damn sure. And I've been on the golf course. And I will interrupt. I'm trying to interrupt CEOs, the H&R Block CEOs golf game. I already interrupted the State Farm guys all golf game over my kids in 2006. See, the things I do, I don't listen to people. You know? Hey, Tim, man, I want to do this thing for us, man. And like I said, get the boys on the dock. Tell the boys on the dock, subscribe to Mac and KD YouTube page. It's a link on my thing. Capital M, small A-C-K-N, together. Put a space in between it, a capital K and a capital D right next to each other. Tell them just hit subscribe. Man, when this money come in, tell them let's find out what they want to do. If they want to boil some shrimp on a big old boat, you know, whatever we want to do, man. But let's pick us a cool, neutral area that everybody can get to and start doing some things. And that's it, that's all. And we organize and we organize. And we just film and let people see the lessons. I film me where cops come up talking, you know what I mean? Come on, what's going on, fellas? Oh, officer, we just having a good time out here, and you know, young cats are smoking weed, and I'm just sitting there talking to them, and see, and you have to tell the officers, that's where you lace. Well, when you ride up on people, sir, everybody can't be up against the wall and do this, because some of us, I'm not going to get up against no wall. I'm not even going to be interrupted, because I'm doing just what I am actually doing, what you don't need to be here for. I'm reproving my young village so you can go fight crime. And that's how I get out. Now, he could take that as being smart and how dare you and all that. And as long as he keep his hands, his billy club, and his stupid words to himself, we will probably both go home alive. But I am not accepting nothing from nobody. May God bless you and keep you. Mac and KD out. Always pray. Always pray. Always pray. And you do not have to be in a church building according to man, because that's not even it. You just say, help me, Lord. Guide me, Lord. Keep your mouth shut for a minute. And then if God tell you to speak, speak. That's what you do, if you hear the voice of God. But scary people, just don't hurt the movement. At least donate, or you know. And if donate is as simple as pushing a button, do it and watch the magic. Do it and watch the magic. Even you haters, just do it. Watch the magic. Money will be there. Call if you need a favor. You'll get it. God bless you and keep you. Mac and Katie out.